everyone, welcome back to Melissa's Kitchen Table. Today I'm going to be participating in a Valentine's Day dinner collab hosted by Fallon from the Moss Family TV. And I just wanted to say thank you to her for doing this and letting us all participate. I will leave a link to her channel below. She will have a list of everybody that participates in the collab, and you can also check out her channel as well. So for Valentine's Day dinner, I'm going to be doing a shrimp scampi risotto. So my husband doesn't like shrimp, so I'm actually going to be cooking sausage for him, and then the shrimp will be for me. But for the risotto, I have 4 cups of water back here with better than bouillon in there. You can see it right here. You're going to need 4 cups of chicken stock. If you want to use vegetable broth, you can, or beef, whatever you prefer. I have the chicken, so I'm using that. And then I am going to be using some white wine. If you don't want to use white wine, omit it and just use the chicken broth. So because I'm doing sausage, I'm going to get that started now, but that's something different. I'm just going to cook that for my husband. And then after, I'll show you how I cook the shrimp. For the sausage, I just braise it. So over here, I have a pot of water, not full, but a 1/4 inch of water. And I'm just going to cook the sausage. And that's my oven because I am roasting broccoli as well. So that's all for that. All right, so over here, you can start with onion if you want. I'm not putting any onion in here. But I did want to show you the rice that I'll be using because Arborio rice. You want to make sure that this is a type of rice you use. I have tried it with regular rice and it does not come out good at all. So I would opt, if you can't find it in the store, which I have seen it in many different grocery stores, you can, of course, order it online as well. All right, so I have my pan heating up over here. I am going to put a tablespoon of butter and about a tablespoon of olive oil. And we need 1.5 cups of arborio rice. I will leave the measurements down below. And for risotto, you do want to make sure you put in hot liquid, which is why I have that going on back there. I have a 1/2 cup measure here, so I'm going to need 3 of these. And then you just want to coat it in the oil and butter. No, this is not a low-calorie dish. All right, so we're going to let this just toast up on probably medium high. Maybe, I don't know, 3-4 minutes. Just let it get nice and toasty. Okay, so after about 3 to 4 minutes, it's going to be this nice nutty brown color here. And I'm going to add some garlic to this. I added 3 cloves, but you can add as much or as little as you'd like. I probably would have added more, but I only have 3. And once it hits the pan, you'll be able to smell it right away. And we're just going to let that cook for probably another minute. Okay, so after about a minute, you're going to add the white wine if you choose to. You're going to add a 1/2 cup. If not, just put a 1/2 cup of chicken stock. And then you want to stir. At this point, you want to cut this back to medium heat. And we're just going to be adding in the chicken stock a little at a time. You can use a ladle, or because I already dirtied this, I'm going to use this. So you're just going to put in a ladle full and then stir. And we're going to keep doing this for 20 minutes. Okay, so this is what it looks like at 19 minutes, 1 minute before 20. And of course you can salt and pepper to your taste. I'm going to be using a little bit of the Mushroom and Company umami seasoning from Trader Joe's. You do want to just be careful with salt because we are going to put Parmesan in here. And then I'm going to use about a tablespoon of parsley. You can use fresh if you have it. And I'm going to turn the heat off. And we'll stir that in. Now you can tell when it's done, it's al dente, but it creates its own little sauce in there. You can see that it's still liquidy, but it's thick. So it made its own little sauce. And then we're going to put about a cup of Parmesan. And just let this sit. If you wanted to put peas in here, you can. Now would be the time. I have some freshly grated Parmesan from this nice little Italian market. Okay, and let's move this so it's not even on the heat anymore. I want it to totally be off the heat. Alright, and on the other burner, so we're just going to let this sit here. Alright, so back over here, I'm going to move you one more time. I am going to go ahead and get my other pan. I did cook the sausage in this, but it's all set. And we're going to put the heat on high. And you can use whatever size shrimp you want. I got these from Costco. These are a nice size shrimp, but you can use smaller. They're just a good price there. Now, so Scampi is olive oil, butter, and garlic. You can use hot pepper flakes and parsley. And as I said before, I used the rest of my garlic over there. So if you ever go to Sam's Club, they have the Chef Chamois garlic butter with Parmesan, cheese, and basil. This stuff is delicious. Really, really good. So I'm going to use this just because I don't have what I want. I don't have any of the garlic. You could still put hot pepper flakes in there. So I used just a little more than a tablespoon and a little bit less of the olive oil. You probably want 1 and 1. And we want this to heat up. We're gonna let this melt. And at this point, you would put the garlic in if you're using fresh garlic. And let that toast up a little bit. But because we're not, I'm gonna put the shrimp in. They're peeled and deveined. You are more than welcome to leave the tails on. I don't like that, but you can. And we're probably going to cook these the size that they are, 2 to 3 minutes each side. I'll show you when we flip. Alright, so that's 2 minutes. I'm going to give these guys a flip, and I'll probably do another 2 minutes. You can also squeeze in some lemon juice afterwards, after they're cooked. Alright, 2 minutes. Alright, after 2 minutes, I am just going to use a little bit of that same seasoning. I did not salt these. You can. You can also put parmesan on them if you'd like. I'm not going to, but I am going to put parsley. I just like the way it looks. Or you can garnish it with it if you'd prefer. Alright, so these are all done. Take these off the heat, and then I'll show you how I plate. Okay, so this is after it is plated. I just put the risotto right in the middle of the plate, and I put the shrimp on top of it. And this one's my husband's. I put the sausage on top of his, and I put a little extra parmesan. I'm also going to serve this with broccoli, but of course you don't have to. So I just wanted to say thank you again to Fallon on Moss Family TV for doing this collab, and I hope you guys all enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe and share, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye!